Last time on Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Let me paint you a picture!
Ignatz has become freaking Ezio.
Hey guys, Raiden here, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. So, last time we finished this story mission that actually gave us quite a bit of story, unlike the last, one thing I want to say is I'm sorry if I don't get these episodes out as fast as other people. Each episode requires a lot of editing compared to a lot of other LPs, and not only am I reading almost every support I get, but I try to cut down the school times, like the exploration times during schools, to be as minimal as possible, so I can fit them all into one episode, and that takes a lot of time, so I'm sorry if I can't get this series out consistently as a lot of other channels do. I'm doing my best, but I can't always do as well as some other channels, I guess, in that respect. Gonna try to upload more of this, though. Really going to try. Another thing was that I saw some people asking about either how I didn't know Sothis was the goddess, or if I just didn't ever think of it. This is another step of another case of what I'd like to call the invisible staircase effect. And those of you who have watched me play Danganronpa and Ace Attorney have watched me go up this invisible staircase many times. And what the invisible staircase effect is, it's a name I just made up for it, is you're trying to look so many steps ahead that the thing that's right in front of you couldn't possibly be true. This happens all the time when I'm playing Ace Attorney. There'll be some truth that is super obvious, but I think the game's trying to throw something at me to distract me from the actual truth, so I don't take it as a truth. And that's kind of how I felt about Sothis. I felt like Sothis being the goddess would be a bit too... I don't know, I feel like it would be a bit too front-loaded of a story thing, you know? Like, I feel like her identity would be something a bit more hidden, or something a bit more exotic, I guess I'd say. Anyways, it's one of those things where I tried to think 50 steps ahead, and I've been focusing facts on the things like the main character doesn't seem like he knows anything. It seems like he was almost birthed on the day you made him, because this character existing for this long and never asking his dad about his past is a ridiculous sentiment. The fact that your character's just like, oh, Dad, what do you mean you did all this? And he's like, yeah, son, I forgot to tell you over 21 years and you never asked me. It's just a little silly, and I've been kind of focusing on it, and that's kind of been what's tying me to Sothis. And I know people have said just like, oh, that's the thing, that's just because he's a player-made character, but I don't know. There's a lot of things that go on in my brain that step right over what the obvious thing is. Oh yeah, people were also telling me, a lot of people were telling me the moment I did it, I thought I was being good, I thought I was doing a good with Ingrid, and then I changed her to a Cavalier, and everyone was like, no, don't you dare. It was like, okay, I'll just keep her as a Pegasus Knight then. Which most people were saying, yeah, that's fine. So that's good. Another thing people were talking about is that Ignatz is actually surprisingly good to them, which I'm happy to see. I vowed to make my wonderful painter boy into an assassin, and boy is he one. I guess in most people's playthroughs he just wound up not being that great. Granted, I have given him a lot of the boosts we get from missions, and I did give him the 1 DLC strength boost, so he's like 2 strength higher, I think. But aside from that, he's doing great. I'm really happy he is the way he is. Alright, anyways. I was thinking we should go through some of these supports right now. But at the same time, I think I just want to save it. I don't know if I want to save it till the end of the episode. You know, let's go ahead and do some of these now.
It didn't work. Odd. My logic was sound. Or so I thought.
Ah, Lysithea. I've just happened upon some lovely tea leaves. Would you care to join me for a cup?
Nope. Busy.
While I admire your dedication to research, you simply must take breaks now and again for the sake of your health.
I am perfectly capable of knowing when to stop. I'm no child, I'll have you know.
We know.
Come now, take just a brief respite. Look, I've even brought snacks to go with the tea.
Ooh, that actually looks pretty tasty. All right, fine.
Lawrence is like, thank you, Professor. If you had not told me that her weakness was sugary treats, I never would have gotten this far.
Well, what do you think? These are made especially for my house. I've loved them since I was a boy.
Oh, jeez. Wow. Actually, this is delicious. You have excellent taste, Lawrence.
Have as much as you'd like. For the sake of our friendship, I consider it well worth the investment. I'd like to know more about you, Lysithea. Where did you learn such a command of magic? When you were a child, what kind of...
Come on. Can't we just enjoy the snacks? I loathe talking about myself.
Yeah, so one of you guys did mention that that Tomas was recommended to the monastery by Lysithea's house, which brings up a lot of questions, and I know that's probably not the reason Lysithea doesn't want to talk about this, because this support could come up at any time, but she seems to be kind of, I don't know, like, she doesn't have the same pride for her house I guess a lot of other people do.
Openness is a prerequisite to successful diplomacy. You'll learn that when you take your first real steps into high society.
Can you stop with the kid treatment? I mean, really? Is age the only thing you consider when engaging with others?
But there's nothing the matter with being young. There is a role to be played at every stage in life. That is how we learn and grow.
Are you even listening? Ugh, it's like you can't even help yourself but to continue treating me like a child.
I absolutely recognize your raw ability. You possess quite a rare gift for magic. I hope we can find a way for you to use that gift to help as many people as we can. Surely you can agree to that at least.
You really are relentless. I'll spell this out for you once more. I don't care.
You're headstrong, just like me. That very quality will ensure a better future for Fódlan.
Oh no.
I, sir, am nothing like you. You're bullheaded and boorish, and utterly fixated on the future. All you care about is what's to come. Sure, it's all well and good to be thinking about such lofty things. However, for me, the future's a very long ways off. Better to focus on the present, on the here and now. Thanks for the tea.
Lysithea?
It's funny, Lysithea's always talking about how she doesn't want to be treated like a child, yet she throws the most tantrums out of any character in the whole game.
Hey, Marianne?
Well, I don't know about the whole
you there?
game, because I haven't done the other routes yet, but in this house so far.
Yes, can I help you?
Do you have a minute?
Huh? Oh,
Then, if you don't mind, would you come with me for a moment?
So, did you need something from me?
Yes, indeed. I have an urgent request.
Have I done something?
Oh, no, it's nothing like that. Really, you don't have to worry. Would you close your eyes, please?
Then how will I know where I'm going?
Just take my hand. That's it. There, right there. Perfect. Now open your eyes.
Did he paint something?
Oh, the town is glowing from the sunset.
Oh no, he just brought her outside.
Yes. Isn't it beautiful?
Very much so.
I was looking at it earlier and I thought to myself, I have to show Marianne.
But why me?
Because you're always looking at your shoes. You never get a chance to appreciate the scenery.
Oh,
See, the best thing about the scenery is, it's always changing. With the weather, the time of day, the season, so every view is unique. Never to be repeated. If no one sees it, it's lost.
You could have just enjoyed it on your own.
I wanted to share this beautiful landscape with you.
Thank you. I'm not sure what to say.
Hey, that's okay. I won't try to express this beauty in words either. Just look and remember. This will make for a nice memory. And maybe remember that I was here too.
I will. I really will.
That was a really sweet bee support. Like, holy Jesus, Ignatz. You're too nice.
Where is it? Oh, hello there, Ignatz.
I know everyone calls him Ignatz, like they pronounce it like knots, but I always say Ignatz, because it's just, I don't know, rolls off my tongue better, doesn't seem to bother anyone, so.
Yes, hello Hilda. What's the matter?
Oh, it's just that I'm looking for a book. I can't seem to find it anywhere. I think it might be on one of the high shelves. Could you give me a hand?
I'm really sorry, but actually...
You guys are about the same height. Maybe he's slightly taller than you.
Some people got hurt while training in magic. I'm rushing to grab some medical supplies.
Whoa, that sounds serious. Don't let me stop you in that case.
Thanks. I'll be right back. Sorry to keep you waiting. Now, what was the book you were looking for?
Is everyone okay?
Yes, it turned out to just be some scrapes and bruises. Oh, is that the book?
Yes, I went and grabbed a ladder. That made the book much easier to find.
Huh. You could have just asked someone else for their help.
Well, you said people were hurt, so I just figured everyone had more important things to do. Honestly, I don't love heights. It was a bit scary up there, but here we are. I managed.
I see. Well, I'm sorry I couldn't help.
It's good that she realizes that some of the situations going on around her are more important than some of her own needs. Or I guess needs to make other people do things.
Why are you apologizing, silly? Surely first aid is more important.
I thought you might wait for me to come back, that's all.
Oh, but giving first aid, that's not an easy job. I figured you'd be worn out. The last thing I want is to push you too hard.
That's thoughtful of you, Hilda. Thanks for watching out for me.
Oh, don't mention it. Do my cleaning again and we'll call it even. You did such a lovely job last time. The floor was practically sparkling. I swear the air even tasted cleaner.
I'm glad you liked it. You're really good at giving compliments, you know that? I suppose that's why everyone's so eager to help you with things.
Exactly. By heaping praise on people, they're more eager to help me in the future.
Hilda's such a weird character. Because it's not... How do I say it? She's not like Charlotte. That's one thing. She's not using her... I don't want to say she's not using her own charm, but she has her own special kind of charm that she is genuinely believing that people helping her is an exchange. It is something that just happens and there's nothing wrong with it, which granted there isn't. She should probably work a little harder on her own.
Oh, but that's not what's happening here. I was really, truly impressed by your cleaning skills.
I wish I had everything figured out like you.
Support level B. Leone and Nox. Oh, never mind. Can't do that. Felix and Leone. It's gonna be a weird one.
If you don't have any business here, go away. You're bothering me.
Jeez.
Finally spotted me, did you?
What do you want?
They say you're the best. I wanted to see your training with my own eyes.
Spying on people. Is that a hobby of yours? I hope you got your fill.
Enough to see how to beat you, at least.
You think you can beat me?
You just triggered Felix, Leone. You shouldn't have said that. He's like, you think you can beat me, which means we would be fighting, which means you want to duel. And Nox is like, oh no, Leone, you shouldn't have said that.
That's right. See, I was trained by...
Gerald, yes.
So you know.
I heard he was your teacher. Perhaps we should test you. See how much of your training sank in.
I'm ready if you are.
Okay, I'll give you a chance.
Sounds good. When?
I'll let you know. In the meantime, practice. I won't go easy on you.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be ready.
This will be fun.
Will it? Oh, I thought he said this will be fine, not this will be fun. Well, that was the beginning of a support. Nothing special. Felix and Ingrid. I know these two are friends, so...
Felix, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. Time for our tactics lecture. You'll be there, won't you?
Those things are such a waste of time.
What do you mean they're a waste of time?
Nonsense. You're going to be there.
Must I?
Why is this such a chore? You went last time, though you did all you could to disrupt things, as I recall. Brazenly rambling on about clear-cutting a nearby forest to secure a marching route, and attacking an enemy base, stealing their horses. You were incredibly disruptive, and even rude.
I was offering my honest opinion.
Then, you left before we were finished. What do you suppose happened after that?
I have no idea.
Well, the conversation got quite lively. We all began breaking down the viability of your somewhat maniacal plan.
Oh man, this is hilarious. I just like to imagine the moment Felix leaves the room, Nox just starts talking shit. Like Felix just walks out the room the moment the door shuts. Nox just like, I can't stand this kid. I'm gonna go beat the shit out of him, and all the students are holding Nox back. Like, Professor, you can't just beat up one of your students. He's like, why can't I?
And apparently, similar tactics have been used to turn the tides of historic battles.
That may be an exaggeration. Successful armies must be able to handle unexpected situations. That starts with weapon mastery and creative tactics.
If you didn't have so much battlefield experience, you wouldn't be capable of such unique strategies. Which is why we need people like you. People who think creatively to lead the army.
Now you're just massaging my ego.
When have you ever minded? We need you there. Just come on.
I think Ingrid really helps out her friends the best she can. Although, it seems like with her and Claude, they just want to yell at each other. Oh, wow, she and Bernadetta have a support.
Bernadetta, please come out of your room. You've been in there for ages. You need to train.
No. Sorry, not happening.
I'm not playing around, Bernadetta. This training is absolutely crucial to your future.
I don't care. I can't handle it today. Please leave.
Why did you come here?
Why did I come here? I didn't choose to join the academy. I was forced.
I suppose not everyone has to be pleased about being here. But even so, Bernadetta, I'll ask one more time. Please come out of there.
And I'll tell you one more time. It's not happening. Not right now. Not today.
You leave me no alternative.
No, what are you gonna do? Kick down the door? That's ridiculous. I was about to say that. Never mind.
If you're near the door, you'd better step away. Ugh!
She actually did it! She actually just broke the door off the hinges.
Now hurry along, Bernadetta. You've got lots of training to catch up on.
That's amazing, Ingrid. You did a wonderful job.
Spare me! I'll train! Just not with you. Anyone but you, please.
Is that so? That presents a problem. I know we are two very different people. But whether or not you like me, we are on the same side and must learn to work together.
It's not about any of that! If this is how you treat people on your own side, what do you do to your enemies?
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to. I did what was necessary to get you to comply. Nothing more.
To be fair, you kicked down her door.
I do hope that the professor will be able to help you through the rest of your training. In the meantime, I will fix your door. Good luck.
Right. Okay. Good.
That was something. That was different. Bernadetta and Leone.
Oh, it's Leone.
Perfect. The soil's ready. Let's get to planting.
She's so diligent, I can barely... Oh, look at her elbow.
She's talking out loud.
There we go, all set. Now a little water.
Her sleeve's all torn. She should get that fixed.
I mean, normally that makes sense, but none of us actually have sleeves.
Hey, Bernadetta, what are you doing here?
Leone! I was,
What is it?
I was just admiring your hard work.
If you've got time to stare, you may as well help me out. Is that all you wanted to say?
Not exactly.
Well, come on, out with it.
It's the elbow.
Elbow?
Your elbow looks fine to me. Is it bothering you?
Not mine. Yours. Your sleeve's torn.
Huh, how about that? You're right. I didn't notice. You could have just told me right away, you know. It's just a little tear, though. Nothing to worry about.
If you don't mind, I could fix it for you. It would only take a minute.
You can do that?
I'm actually pretty good at sewing.
I never knew. Well, if you're offering, by all means. Just let me finish watering these. Oh, I guess I should get this shirt off first, though, huh?
What? Hold on, don't... You can't just...
I imagine we're wearing undershirts normally. By the way, someone pointed out with Nox's default design, he is actually wearing 3 different shirts. It's kind of hilarious. Or at least it's something you can see in, like, the art book.
As you can see, if we were to face an enemy on this terrain, I would go here, and you would go here.
Hang on. If we're trying to repel the enemy, I should be positioned there, correct?
Huh? I'm not sure that's the best idea. Take a closer look at this map. See, there's a graveyard over here. Might run into some of those ghosts you hate so much.
Claude, will you knock it off already? So help me. If you continue treating me like a child, I'll...
Easy there. I'm sorry, okay? Just don't start blasting off any spells in here.
I've more pride than to turn an unarmed soldier to cinders. It wouldn't kill you to speak to me as an equal when we're discussing matters as serious as this.
Actually, I see you as more than an equal. There's no questioning the power you wield. And I was being serious about the formation just now. The bit about the ghosts was just me having fun with you. Or trying to. You're so smart, I figured you'd catch on to that right away. But back to the formation. Can you see why I arranged it like I did? The area I want you to guard requires the ability to adapt to an ever-changing situation. Who else could I trust with such a difficult task? You're my best bet for something like that.
Perhaps that's true.
Think back to the times we fought together. When have I ever treated you like a child on the battlefield? I depend on you, Lysithea. I value your power almost as much as I do Teach's.
Truly?
Well, yeah, you're a freaking mini nuke.
I swear to you on all of Fódlan. I'd like to have my fun, but I wouldn't joke about something like that. I consider you a valued ally. I'll stop now before I inevitably drift back into teasing you again. Just know that I meant every word, okay?
Fair enough then. From here forward, see to it that you treat me with the respect of an equal. And I admit that you are not short on talent yourself, but don't go getting a big head over it.
Well, that went a lot more, well, better. I expected Claude to tease her to the point where she nearly hated him. I don't even remember what the first part of their support was about.
Whew. Time to rest.
Oh yeah, that's right. Claude was talking to him about, like, funds and books because he spent too much money on food.
Hey, Raphael. This scene, why is it oddly familiar?
It's almost like this stuff is drawn to me whenever I'm in town. I'm just happy I can use my muscles to help out around here.
But isn't your goal to become a knight? Running errands isn't exactly a knight's job.
I heard that proper knights always help those in need. Isn't that right?
Well, you're not wrong, but I think most people would consider that only a small part of a knight's duty. A knight's main function is to fight and defend, don't you think? That said, I'll agree that helping anyone and everyone who needs it makes you a remarkably virtuous person, which is even better.
If someone virtuous becomes a knight, they'll be a virtuous knight, right? That's about as proper as you can get.
Yes, I suppose so. I, for one, would certainly look for virtue in any knight that I recruited.
So you're saying I'm the type of knight you want to hire for House Regan?
Absolutely. If I somehow actually manage to become the head of my house, that is. I can't see into the future, but you have my word that I'll do all I can to help make your dream a reality. That is, if you're actually able to let somebody help you out rather than helping out the whole world by yourself.
I'm not going to stop helping others, but you can do me all the favors you want. All this talk of being proper is making me hungry. For my first favor, why don't you bring me a snack?
I think so far that was actually my least favorite support in the whole game. Granted, it only had like 2 levels, but I don't know. It wasn't super funny, and it didn't teach me anything about the characters really. So that's the thing. Either support has to be funny enough that I go, okay, that was amazing. It has to have a specific interaction that makes me really adore it, or I have to learn something new about the characters you can't really learn in most of the other supports, and that one didn't supply anything. Alright, anyways, let's start exploring the school. Time for another week of exploration. Hello there, Sothis.
Tomas. No. Solon, was it not? And the Flame Emperor. It is most clear that something has transpired. And it relates to you somehow. Or is the fault my own? And you're just caught inside the wave. Sothis, the goddess of this world. I bear her name. How confusing. I feel as though my head has turned to mush. Tomas, it is or
Yeah, same here. Suddenly, the game's secrets are starting to compile and spill out into something. Hello, Bernadetta.
The ball. A grim reminder of my sad reality. The other nobles will be fine, I'm sure. They've all been to events like this before. But me? I'm a noble, and I've never even been close to one of these things.
Aw, she's real stressed out about it. Sorry to hear that, Bernadetta. That's right, apparently I get to choose to take someone to the ball. Don't know who I'll choose yet. Hey there, Mercedes.
Oh, now where did that Ingrid run off to? The ball is soon, and she hadn't even put on any makeup. I was trying to help her out.
Getting from B to... I'm not sure if it's B to B plus or if it's B plus to A is not going to be easy. Hello, Manuela.
Just great. It's that time when all the students get all lovey-dovey. You're new, but you know about the ball, yeah? I can't bear it. Young love is wasted on the young. They can't appreciate it to its fullest. Ugh. I wish I could fall in love too.
This sounds like the, ravings of an angry older woman. I could have her actually teach me about this. You know what, why not? Let's get that last star. You have a D plus in that. We learned Nosferatu. We learned Faith
I
too.
have much to learn.
Oh, that wasn't enough. I actually have to push it further. That's fine, because we need Faith to recruit some people anyways. Plus, I just like having it, just in case I need it for whatever reason. Hey there, Linhardt. What are you doing out here?
You know, Professor, I used to think I would be comfortable with all manner of experiments, so long as they provided usable results. But when I heard of Solon's work, well, I realized I'd not considered the moral and philosophical limits of what all manner of experiments might mean. Sorry, I'm not great with blood. Even when I'm just thinking about it, I feel a bit ill now.
That's fine. I understand. I remember taking a class. I think it was some sort of biology class in high school. I just remember the teacher going like, okay, we're dissecting fetal pigs, and then I could see like the shifting of seats, and she's like, oh yeah, by the way, if you don't do this, you fail the entire class. And, like, oh my goodness. It was one of the most like brutal moments I remember from high school. It's like, oh boy.
Ah, the ball. It reminds me of how I met my wife. I was at a village's harvest festival. There was a full moon, bathing everything in its cool glow. She appeared out of nowhere, dancing gracefully in the moonlight. A lovely fairy.
Sounds like a wonderful story.
We soon fell in love and tied the knot. Now we have a daughter who's as bright and beautiful as a sunny morning. So, whenever I see people dancing, I think of my wife, and my heart does a little waltz.
Aw, that's sweet. Hello, Gatekeeper.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Other than the legend of the Goddess Tower, of course. Have you heard the students talking about it?
No.
On the last night of the ethereal moon, on the same night as the ball, if a man and a woman go to the Goddess Tower and make a wish, it's sure to come true. I have a wish, but I can't find anybody to make it with me.
Is there someone I feel that way about? Oh, do I have to answer this way now? Like, do I have to answer it right now? I don't want to back out of it, because if I say that, then, like, I don't want to back out of it and it cancels the whole thing, you know? No one comes to mind.
Greetings. If a man...
I'll have to think about this, okay? I'll have to think about it a little. Hi there, random student.
I've been thinking of inviting a girl from a different house to the Goddess Tower on the night of the ball. But here's the twist. She's from a family with a much more significant and storied past than mine. I wonder if she'd ever stoop to going out with the humble son of a knight.
Oh.
I've been thinking of inviting a... But here's the twist. She's from a family...
Sorry to hear that, buddy. I hope it goes well.
Hey.
Hello there, Sylvain.
Great work in Remire Village, Professor. Who would have ever guessed it was Tomas? But no. Now isn't the time to get lost in gloomy thoughts.
Okay, interesting. I expected him to talk about the ball a bit more, but he didn't.
Mercedes locked me in her room for hours earlier. She was slathering pounds of makeup onto my face, saying something or other about the ball. It really wore me out.
Oh, yeah. I can tell. She's probably not the type of person to wear makeup, huh?
I can't believe this. I'm so angry right now.
What is wrong, Caspar?
First it's the Death Knight, and now Tomas, but neither of them are in custody. I can't stand the thought of such evil lurking in the world. We have to do something about this. I have to do something about this.
Oh, you can just chill out for part 1, okay? Okay, Mr. Power Ranger? We can let evil exist for a little while longer.
It cannot be true that our
Gilbert?
siblings in arms could turn against us so. However, I will continue investigating members of the church. To think that even someone as senior as Tomas would fall under suspicion. I know not how far to take my search.
Even the knights? Even the students? I would say even the students, honestly.
Yes. A great many strange and terrible things have come to pass this year. I must not dismiss the possibility that someone among the students is behind it all.
I have a sad feeling that one of the students is not going to be on our side. Hey there, Raphael.
The ball is coming up soon. I am so excited.
Are you?
I can't wait to fill up on food while everyone's dancing. I even heard there'll be some prime cuts of meat.
Well, I'm happy for you. Hey there, Leone.
I'm glad the Remire Village situation got sorted out. And I can't believe old Tomas turned out to be an enemy. Who can you trust anymore?
You can trust me. I'll never betray my students.
And I can't...
Except for when they're getting in the way of me grabbing an
can't...
item. Thank you. I needed that tea. Hey, Dorothea.
I wonder if Remire Village will ever be the same again. How do you recover from such a terrible event? So many dead, so much destroyed. I can't see how the whole village doesn't just end up abandoned. Our class was also sent out to help put the village in order. But then...
But then? What do you mean, but then?
So many dead. Our class was also sent out to help put the village in order. But then...
Wait, what do you mean, but what happened? How come I don't get reports of what the other classes are doing? Bluestone. Cool. Hey there, Lysithia.
It's true that Tomas was employed here under the recommendation of House Ordelia. But that's all I know of the topic. I never even seen him prior to enrolling here. Even when he was supposedly in Ordelia territory, I never once saw him there. I'm still feeling bothered by all of this. But there's not much else I can say about it right now.
Yeah. It may have to do with the multiple crests you have, Lysithia. I don't know.
Ah, the long-awaited ball. Finally an opportunity to showcase my exquisite skills on the dance floor. These skills were ingrained in me when I was a boy. My hands and feet move on pure instinct.
I just like he get on the dance floor and he's pulling a bunch of modern dance moves. Oh god, please do not draw Lawrence flossing. For the love of God, the world does not need that.
Alright.
Wait, did I just pick up some mild stomach poison? I think that's Claude's, sadly.
Some scary things have been happening lately. I hope that this month, of all months, is peaceful. The ball is coming up and everything. Although I'm not much of a dancer, actually.
What do you mean you're not much of a dancer? You got this, buddy. Hey, Hilda.
It's almost time for the ball. Oh my, am I excited! This being a school, we don't have many chances to get dressy.
Yeah, I know you like your makeup, so I hope you enjoy it. Hey there, random student.
Legend has it that long ago, a female student from the academy met with a mysterious man at the Goddess Tower. They fell in love at first sight and were bound together forever after. But that's not the really interesting part.
Then what is?
The incredible part is that the man was apparently the Adrestian Emperor himself.
Huh.
What I wouldn't give to fall in love at first sight with a splendid and powerful gentleman. I want my own fairy tale romance, and I want it now.
Well, I mean, you can get it, just, I don't know, talk to some of the men around here. They're not exactly very high standards.
Everyone's in such a festive mood. I feel a bit out of my element here. I can't help but worry something might happen while we're all distracted. After all, our enemies are always plotting. Still, this air of levity is much more agreeable than the grim atmosphere of late.
I agree. It's nice to have something small like a dance going on. Hey there, Hubert.
Another month full of chaos. I've barely had time to catch my breath. What is the objective of Tomas and his ilk? And what makes Flayn so special? Does that not bother you?
No, it does bother me. I don't know what's up with Flayn. They want her blood or something.
There's a certain gentleman I'd like to invite to a rendezvous at the Goddess Tower.
Which maybe means that Flayn has a specific crest that they want. That we don't know about or something like that.
However, I can't imagine he'd be interested in a sheltered ingenue like myself. It's hard to pluck up the courage when that's where my thoughts always take me.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope things go well. Wait, so this is a quest right here. Oh, I didn't get it from Gilbert.
Cannot be true.
That's what happened.
I have a request.
Adventures in Wood Carving. Find a book on wood carving techniques and give it to Gilbert. A student who came to Fódlan from West might have just what you're looking for. Alright, I'll look into it. By the way, sorry if I sound a little weird. I've been really under the weather lately.
It seems the dastards who set Remire village aflame have yet to be apprehended. Monsters. Trampling mercilessly over innocent lives. They deserve a gruesome end.
Okay, Edgelord, just chill out, okay? We'll get him. Just... everyone calm down for a second. You better calm him down. He's going through a phase, I think.
Even though there is to be a ball, we still have a mission. It would be nice if this month passed by in peace.
Everyone has a mission every month. Carving hammer. A carving hammer used to strike a chisel. It would probably belong to someone who's interested in wood carving. Okay. Well, I just learned who was, so that works out.
What the? Ah, the ball. It reminds me of my first such event, back in the Imperial capital. It was held by my father, the Prime Minister. I really showed off my dancing skills. Everyone was quite impressed with me.
Really? Huh.
Dancing of Fódlan is not the same as dancing from Brigid. The reason is... maybe that the music has many differences. In Brigid, dancing is different for each person. Our dancing has vigor and ferocity. There is no speech of technique for our dancing.
Oh. Well then. I'd love to see it someday. Hey there, Claude.
Someone entered the old chapel. I think the townsfolk used it for feasts and such in the past. With that whole Tomas business, you can't blame the church for being on edge.
Hey there, Annette.
So, Tomas the librarian was a bad guy? But he always seemed so nice. Oh, come on, Self, you're better than this. You promised you'd be on top of things this month.
I hope you are. Alright, where to go next? Let's actually head by the... let's go by the training arena, because on top of participating in the tournament, because I want that silver shield, not that I really ever use shields, but it'd be nice to have. I think it could be situationally very good. Hey there.
Too much merriment. The librarian betrayed us, the Death Knight is back. Is this the time to be throwing a ball?
Yeah. Felix, you gotta stop being so serious sometimes. Hey there, Shamir.
What's this about? The ball. Knights don't participate. It's an event for students, but it does pique the interest of some knights in particular.
Some knights in particular? What's in here? Bridget Techniques. Oh, it's the woodworking book. Hey, random girl.
Oh, our life in Ramire village is gone. Father and mother.
Oh, you're from Ramire.
Why couldn't you have arrived just a little sooner?
Oh. I'm sorry, I wish I could have.
This is a rare opportunity to enjoy yourself. Please, leave everything else to us. The Ramire village incident, the search for Tomas, we have it handled. You just focus on enjoying the ball with your students. It's for the good of everyone, don't you think? If the professors walk around in a state of distress, the students will be uneasy too.
I agree. Hey, Catherine.
The area with the old chapel was supposed to be off limits. It was at risk of collapse, so they didn't even post guards. It's not too strange. Does that surprise you? Meh. Garreg Mach has lots of places that are blocked off for one reason or another. That's true of the underground Holy Mausoleum as well as the northern woods.
It's true.
People call it the Sealed Forest, but as far as I can tell, it's nothing special. Just a forest.
Why seal off a forest, though, in the first place?
Oh.
Oh, I just gave her a badge of graduation and she liked it. So I guess that was her item.
Thank you very much.
There you go, Gilbert. Thanks for the items and stuff. Hello,
no.
Mr. Monk.
What happened in Ramire was indescribable. The whole village burned to the ground. So many were left without even a home to return to. Thankfully, Her Grace the Archbishop has invited those who lost everything to stay at Garreg Mach. I pray that they will be able to return to their once peaceful lives as soon as possible.
Me too.
Until that day, we of the Church must join together and do all that we can to help them rebuild.
Hello, counselor. I think this is to do. When I was in the greenhouse earlier, a female student fled from me as if in terror. Why did she do that? Perhaps you unintentionally scowled at her. Try making small talk when you see her next. That didn't work. Usually small talk leads to some good conversation. You don't think you'll partake?
I don't think I'll partake.
You should. Hey, Flame.
Hello, Professor. The ball will soon be upon us. I can feel my heart fluttering already. I have never danced in front of people before. Not even once in all my life. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Okay, then. I'm glad you are. Hey there, Ash.
Last month was, well, you know even better than I do. I hope this one will be more cheerful. This ball, though, I don't know. It's all new to me.
Don't worry, buddy. You got this. There's a surprisingly... Oh, no, actually, forgot. Second floor. I always forget the second floor. There's actually a bit more to do. I was about to say, I'm surprised there's only one quest on campus available, but no, there's more. There's always more. And it's given out by Rhea herself.
Before the ball, it is customary that we host a competition of dance known as the White Heron Cup. The students are quite fond of this tradition. Each house must select a representative to compete. Their dance shall be judged by its beauty, grace, and technique. The student who is deemed the winner will be given the opportunity to train as a dancer, should they so please.
Oh! This is how you get the dancer class.
It is a very precious thing, the gift of dance. I hope that you and your students will choose to participate. Ask a favor.
This month only the White Heron Cup. The White Heron Cup dance contest takes place at the beginning of Week 3. Select a student to represent your house by the end of Week 2. Your selected student may learn a technique to inspire their allies in combat. I accept. At the start of Week 3 this month, the White Heron Cup dance contest will be held. To participate, you must select a representative by the end of week 2.
Before the students.
So whoever I select will be able to dance. There's a lot of people who could become very good dancers. Hey, Sedith.
I have looked into Tomas, but I just cannot make sense of this at all. From his behavior up until now, I never would have suspected that a man like him could turn on us. I have also discovered that his appearance has changed.
Yeah, he looked really wrinkly.
It is almost as if he is not even human. What in the world is going on?
I don't know, Seteth, you excited for the ball? No, I am not. Why would you think I was excited for the ball? Well, I was looking in your room earlier and I saw you... You saw nothing. Hey,
Garreg
Hanneman.
Mach Monastery is said to have been completed during the ethereal moon. Why, 995 years ago, as a matter of fact. That's rather a long time ago, don't you think? Every year, a ball is held to celebrate the founding. And every 100 years, a very special celebration takes place. It's a grand festival involving all of Garreg Mach. It is thrilling to read of past festivals, and I'm rather excited to experience one for myself. Once in a lifetime, eh? The next one, in 5 years, will mark a millennium. Should be quite an event. Do you imagine you'll still be here teaching then?
I don't know, I love teaching in this video game. I hate teaching in real life, but I love it here. By the way, have you seen these ladders? I'm not sure if this is a real thing. It probably is, but I don't have gigantic fancy libraries like this. But it's just like a golden ladder kind of hooked up to a railing system, so you can just push it around and get to whatever book you want. That is freaking awesome. I've never seen that before. Is this Dad?
Oh my.
Oh, Cyril, what are you doing in here?
Nah, Tomas wouldn't betray the church. I don't believe it. I won't believe it. There's some people in the church who hate people like me who are from Elmira, but Tomas was always real kind. But if he really was Lady Rhea's enemy, well, I'd defend her against anybody, no matter how kind they'd been in the past.
Yeah, that's kind of the outlook on life you need to have if you're hanging out with Lady Rhea. That's for sure. Oh my god, there's still so many people I haven't talked to. Or wait, did people shift around? Wait, all the people are from my class. Hey, Ingrid.
Mercedes locked me in her room for hours earlier. She was slathered. Speaking of, have you sorted out who will represent our class, Professor? It's not me, is it? Please don't say it's me.
Oh, okay. Should I choose Ingrid as our house representative for the Heron White Cup dance contest? No.
Nope.
Hey, Bernadetta, what do you have to say about this?
The ball. The other nobles will be fine, I'm sure, but me? What is a White Heron Cup anyway? What? A dance competition? That's terrifying! We need a representative for our class? Please, anyone but Bernie!
I choose you.
You're just trying to humiliate me, aren't you?
If you speak to the White Heron Cup representative, you can give them one dance lesson and do... I missed that last one. You've chosen your representative for the White Heron Cup. Speak to Manuela for more information about the competition. You speak to your White Heron Cup representative, you can give them one dance lesson. Do so and their charm will increase.
Professor, will you give me some...
Yes, we're going dancing.
lessons?
We need better form. Better form. Oh, all I'm doing is watching. There's no actual end to this. As a result of special training, Bernadetta's charm increased by 5.
Was that okay? A little reassuring at least? Maybe?
Oh my god. This thing is just a charm booster. Is that really? Wow. So hold on. How many weeks until that thing? It's in 2 weeks, meaning if I actually spend next week doing it instead of one of these paralogs, we could actually boost Bernie's charm to an even higher stat, making it so that she could have a decent battalion going. I actually think my choice was correct now, even if I don't use the dancer class that much. I can already hear the people in the comment section yelling at me. Xeno, why would you choose Bernadetta? Why would you do that? She's on a perfect route to being a good archer. It's not going to be good for her stats. Her stats are going to be bad now. And you ruined her entire character. Nope, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Why'd I just find a big spoon? Wait, Shamir wants to talk to me in the training grounds? Why?
Hey.
Shamir, what's wrong?
What's this about? The ball. Knights don't participate. It's an event for students, but it does pique the interest. Alois can't dance, but I hear he likes to watch. He volunteered to judge the White Heron Cup. Not that I care.
Oh, Alois is judging it? Time to sweeten him up. Where... Wait, why is that even information I needed? I can't even talk to... Hey, Alois,
the ball. I was...
Yeah, You know what, it's fine, doesn't matter. I thought maybe I could, like, bribe him. Maybe I'm more like Claude than I thought. Alright, so I'm trying to finish up just recruiting some people here. I was already working hard on... It looks like I was working on... I know I had Sylvain going. Who else? I almost have Sylvain. That's it. Mercedes actually has her B support ready, but I don't know if... I don't know if she's gonna accept my invite or not. I don't know what stats I need to recruit her. Yes, time to visit Mercedes.
You there, youngster. Won't you listen to this old man's troubles?
Okay.
I was born and raised right here in this town. I spent my whole life here. My daughter lives in the Empire, and she sent me a letter to ask if I was keeping up with my daily worship.
Well, hello there, Professor. Is this a friend of yours?
I don't know him.
Is that so? I was sure you two knew each other. Is there something we can do for you, good sir?
Oh, what a lovely young lady. I was just telling this kind soul a story.
Really? What's troubling you?
Well, I was thinking of going to daily prayer, but my leg's been acting up and I can't walk properly.
How terrible. That's no good at all. May I be of assistance? I'd be happy to lend a shoulder and escort you to the chapel.
Would you? Oh, I'd be most grateful to you. Thank the goddess for sending this young lady to me today.
We'll need your help too, Professor. Here, sir, take my arm.
Wait, hold on. Does... Oh my god, I recognize that raspy freaking... No offense to their voice, but it's just... I will never forget Tsumugi's voice because of my horrid attempts to imitate it. The freaking... Professor, I'm here to help you with the thing you want. I really hate talking like this. But I freaking... I just instantly knew it now that I listened to it for a second. I think she's also one of the, what is she? I think she's also Renea, and I think she's also one of the freaking NPCs in Valkyria Chronicles 4, but I can't remember for the life of me.
Splendid work, Professor. You really seem to appreciate our assistance.
You're giving me PTSDs. I almost just called her Tsumugi just now instead of Mercedes. You helped me out too.
I don't think I did anything particularly deserving of praise. I'm just happy that I could help. You did a great job cheering him up on your own. Putting a smile on someone's face always seems to brighten up the day. Is something wrong? You're giving me a strange look.
I like... Obviously, I'm not going to talk about Danganronpa and what's going on there. If you want to see what happens in Danganronpa, just go watch the series yourself. But, this voice is... It's just... Oh, boy. Now that I recognize it, it just hurts to listen to.
Oh, how should I put this? I suppose it's just second nature to me.
What do you mean?
It's difficult to describe, but I can usually tell when someone is worried about something. Back there, I could tell that both you and the old man were in distress. I spent a good amount of my life living in the church. Maybe that's why I'm so good at identifying these things?
Living in the church. That's news to me.
Did I not mention that before? I spent nearly 10 years of my life in the Church of Faerghus. Many came to us with their troubles. In my own time of need, I once ran to the church myself,
and they helped me. May I share something with you, Professor? It's about a dream of mine.
Sure. What's your dream?
I'd like to work in the church one day. I want to be like the priest who helped me. Never mind. It's not a very realistic dream. Please forget I said anything.
Why isn't it realistic?
If I were someone else, perhaps a commoner without a crest or stature, maybe things would be different.
Oh, her royal position keeps her from doing something simple like that.
It's a bit sad, but this is the way things have to be. After all, only the goddess can decide our fates.
Okay, so she's heavily religious. She wants to work in the church, but her position and her bloodline keep her from doing so. She also believes in the goddess's, I guess, her path is kind of set for her. Okay, now where is she? I doubt I'll even be able to recruit her just now, but that's right, she's down here. Hey, you want to join my thing?
Oh, Professor.
Wow.
I have a small request for you. I'd love it if you would add me to
That
your
was
class.
easy.
I can just tell that studying under you every day would be such a treat. Wow, really? Thank you so much. I'm so happy. I hope to learn a lot from you.
Thanks, nice. You're golden deer now. Another one taken from Dimitri's house. Next, I'm actually gonna work on Sylvain. That's fine.
Maybe.
Pardon me.
Oh, you're curious to know how Sylvain is doing. Go for a visit? Yes. Let's see if he's slightly less of an asshole this time. What happened?
Oh, Professor. I didn't realize you were there. If we keep running into each other like this, people will start to talk. They'll say, Sylvain and the Professor are on the prowl. Forget it. What do you need?
Another lover's quarrel.
Well, you're not wrong. I fell for that girl recently, but I just wanted to have some fun and leave it at that. So, I told her we should break it off. I guess she was feeling a little more serious than I was. She started crying, and everything got a bit complicated.
Jerk.
Come on, Professor. Playing around with girls is the most fun a guy can have. Besides, I don't care what you think of me. I don't intend to change how I live my life. I'm a good-for-nothing, if you haven't noticed. But I'm still a noble with a crest. That's all anyone cares about. It's best to avoid getting too serious with fools like that. It only leads to trouble. I'm gonna be forced into an arranged marriage with some random noble woman anyway. By the way, Professor, you didn't know you had a crest, did you?
No. Father never told me.
I see. I suppose a mercenary wouldn't be concerned with such things.
What was your experience?
Most children who are born to noble families are tested upon birth to see if they bear one. Even descendants of the 10 elites, like myself, can't be legitimate heirs without a crest. That means as children, we're only accepted if we're born with one. The heads of most noble houses keep having kids until they get one with a crest. Those children then grow up to be heads of their houses, and the vicious cycle continues. Do you get it now? To all these commoner girls, I'm just a trophy, or rather, a stud horse.
That's pretty cynical.
Perhaps, but that doesn't change the fact that these girls don't love me. They only love the potential rewards of loving me.
Are you sure about that?
If I marry a girl and she gives birth to a child with a crest, that kid might become the next head of House Gautier. But nowadays, with the bloodlines getting weaker, there are a lot of kids like my brother, born with no hope. For ages now, those of us with crests have been envied and desired, but never for who we are. I understand the value of my blood. Believe me, I hate how much I understand it. I know better than to dream of being free from this burden. I'm used to it by now. I used to think I didn't have the right to live freely.
You don't think that way anymore?
That's right. You know what? I'm a bit jealous. The whole time you were growing up, you never knew you had a crest. You were free. Nobody pretended to like you. I kind of hate you for that. You were a spoiled brat who should pay for that. Gotcha!
Wait,
Wow.
what the hell?
You should have seen the look on your face just then.
I didn't mean to skip
Don't
that
mind me,
line.
Professor. After all, Ladies love a dark and brooding noble.
You're a spoiled brat who should pay for that crest. Maybe I'll collect the debt. Something is wrong with Sylvain. Like, I'm a little worried. I think he's on an extremist level of anti-crests. He's almost kind of starting to remind me of how Rhea acts sometimes. It's kind of unsettling. Like, I feel like there's a deeper level to him I don't understand. Something happened to him to make him this way. I don't know what it is, but I suppose I've been trying to recruit him in my house, so I'll follow through with it.
Hey. Great work in but... What's up, Professor? You need something from me? Hey, I got a girl waiting. Well...
He's not interested in my house. He likes charisma and reason. I don't have any training in reason whatsoever. I don't believe. Hey, Hanneman, can you train me in reason?
Why? It's a once in a life. Professor, I've been watching your class activity.
Oh, I can just recruit Hanneman now.
I wondered if you might desire my help. Just say the word and I'll pitch in. Of course, I have to be truthful. It's all just a ploy to make it easier to research your crest.
That's fine.
Feel free to call on me anytime.
That means I could probably also recruit Manuela.
And then you can help out with my class, too. It's a joke, Professor.
Okay, buddy.
I'd never put a burden on you, a first-year teacher.
Hanneman's going to work with me.
Why? It's a once in a...
Please train me in this. Thank you. Alright, that's going to be the end of our day for today. Not the end of the episode, though. As I said, this is going to be a really long episode. And today's free time, yes. I want to instruct people manually. Alright, so what's up with Mercedes? I think she's yet another caster. I thought my game froze for a second. She's actually a healer. She's a priest. Her crest conserves uses of magic, and her personal ability, Live to Serve. When healing an ally with white magic, the unit recovers the same amount of HP. Wait, when healing an ally with white magic? That's really situational. I don't think I'm actually going to use her, I'm going to be honest right now. She's pretty good, but I already have Marianne, who I think is doing just swell on her own. So she's one of the people I just wanted to recruit just so I could have her, you know? That's how I'm feeling about recruitment right now. Alright, let's instruct some people. Bernadetta, since I'm going to start working on your battalion skill, I'm actually going to have you... Goals... Bernie. You already have a B in bows. So just for a little bit, I'm going to switch over you to authority in writing. As I said, I'm going to make her a bow knight. So let's get that writing up. Because that takes priority. Ignatz, I don't think I have anything I need from you. Basithia, you're good. Marianne, let's work a bit on your writing skill. Ignatz. Felix now has a B rank in swords, which grants him Axebreaker.
Not as hard. I'm good.
And now she has Swordbreaker.
May I ask a question, Professor?
Now you ask a question. I'm sorry, but you should probably just skip me. I don't have a question to ask. How would I even think of one? You just did? You don't need to. Talk about whatever you like.
I guess I could do that. Thanks.
Woo!
Professor.
Holy crap! I just got like 1,000 teacher points for answering that question correctly. Worked. Yeah, do whatever, Flane. By the way, I'm probably not gonna use Flane just because, I don't know. I don't really have room for her. Being entirely honest right now. She doesn't really fit anything that I need to do. It's Bernie's birthday. Of course we're gonna have a tea party. Do I have any tea left, though? I feel like she'd like lavender tea. I don't know. Her hair is kind of purple. So lavender reminds me of.
Did I do something wrong?
You didn't do anything wrong, Bernie. It's your birthday.
So much.
Drink the tea.
Still too hot. Huh?
The opera Dreaming of Lazy Days, A View from a Bridge. Dreaming of Lazy Days.
Oh, come on.
What? I'm baffled that wasn't the correct answer for someone who sits inside all day. I know she likes gardening, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Okay, she does. We won't get a perfect tea time, but perfect recipes, the existence of crests. Tell me about yourself. Nice tea time.
This was great.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't terrible. I'm kind of baffled that first one was wrong, though.
Let's give it our all,
Oh no, this is impossible. We did it!
All those skill level ups.
Yeah, I've got this down.
Claude learned Helm Splitter.
Got a grasp on this.
She learned Sword Prowess.
I get it.
Marianne learned Tempest Lance.
This is good for something.
Learned Authority. A bunch of weird level ups, but it's fine. Alright. Now we're going to actually explore again. Because there's so much to be gained by exploring right now. Okay, Bernie. Time to go to dance practice again.
Is that okay? A little reassuring, at least?
Huh? Oh, I thought we could do it multiple times. Maybe I misread that. Well, I can invite her to tea again. Oh, she's not able to make it. That's fine. I think she has more than enough charisma to actually win.
No.
I don't know why I had her teach me in fists. Just figured it might be nice. So now we know Draining Blow. Brawling Prowess is a level 3.
Results.
So we'll have that at the start of next combat, which is very useful for us. No, wait, I can raise my professor level purely through fishing.
Professor.
By the way, for those of you in the future, I spent my entire day just hanging out with people, eating with them, whatnot. And my professor level's so close, I'm just fishing. See how close I can get it. 15 left. No matter what I catch here, professor level's going up. Or not. Ooh, this one's golden. Perfect on a golden fish. I've never seen this type of fish before. Platinum fish. It's worth 1,000 gold. Professor level up. B+. You now have more activity points for exploration. That's all I wanted to do for now. That was worth it. Alright, that's the last thing we could have done for the day anyways, so... we will be ending today's free time. Oh, she just learned her budding talent. This unit now excels in the riding skill and learned pass.
I guess I've got...
Oh, good, good, good. This will make it really easy to make her a bow knight, even though I'm about to make her a dancer, but I'll probably make time to train her in both, I guess. Ingrid learned alert stance.
I'm getting the hang of this.
What is alert stance? It won't let me see it on... oh, no, never mind. It's right there. If a unit takes no action except to wait, grants 15 avoid for 1 turn. That's interesting. I'm never going to remember that she has that, but it'll come in handy. She's now B+ in spears, or lances.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Professor.
Oh, she's focusing on lance and heavy armor skills. Focus on axe and flying skills to excel as a flying class. No. I don't even know why I have her focusing on armor. I should have her focusing on authority. Today's the day.
Ahem. Ladies and gentlemen, my sincerest apologies for the wait. Thank you for gathering here on the eve of the highly anticipated ball to bear witness to the Academy-wide dance competition. Welcome to the White Heron Cup. The competition will be judged by me, your humble servant, Alois Rangel.
All right.
The acclaimed former songstress of the Mittelfrank Opera Company, Manuela Casagranda.
Yes, yes, thank you. Oh, and it should go without saying, but I swear to show no bias to my own house. Got it? Good.
Last but not least,
2 of these people are in my house. I forgot to recruit Manuela.
all of her dancing in the dead of night, Shamir Navrand. The 3 of us swear on our honor to judge the following proceedings with utmost impartiality and fairness. And with that, will the representatives of each house please make their way to the stage?
Oh wait, no, I only have 1 of these people. What am I saying? 2.
Contestants, are you ready to dance? Very well. Begin!
I'm really afraid, Bernie. Bernie, you got this.
Time! That's all, folks. Splendid! All 3 of you were fantastic. Now, let's hear what the judges have to say.
Oh my, let's see. I suppose I have no choice but to vote for the Golden Deer House.
Yes!
Keep practicing and you could really shine out there.
I vote for Golden Deer House.
Wow.
The way you carried yourself was striking.
Great feedback, both of you. Well then, let's see. Factoring in my own humble opinion, yes, we have a winner. And I will announce who it is right now, without any delay. The winner of this year's White Heron Cup is the Golden Deer
We did it.
House.
Bernie? Are you sure?
Once more, please give a big round of applause for our talented participants.
We did it. I picked Bernadetta because, I don't know, it's not like I particularly wanted the dancer class on anyone specifically, but Bernadetta was the most hesitant to do it. It was like, oh god, please don't pick me. And I'm like, I pick you. Learn the sword dance combat art in the sword avoid plus 20 ability. She hasn't used swords, but okay. It's Dimitri's birthday. Well, I want to have a tea party for Dimitri.
I apologize for the wait.
It's okay. Damn, Dimitri, you're tall.
Thank you.
Never really noticed.
How warm and comforting. Hmm?
Dreamy nights, I guess.
Is that right?
You're all about nights.
Hmm?
Potential training partners.
So it is.
The existence of Cress? Does he really even care about Cress? Tell me about yourself.
So it is.
That's good enough. I don't really want to stare at Dimitri
Thank you
anyways.
for the treat. I had a wonderful time. I would love to do this again, if that is acceptable to you.
Probably doesn't want to talk about dreamy nights, but I thought he'd want to talk about nights in general, you know? Thought maybe he fangirled about
Professor,
them.
Impressed?
I understand more every day.
Alright, now we're actually going to go out and... Look, sounds like Sylvain wants to join Nox's house. Will you hear them out? Yeah.
Hey, Professor. Pretty great timing. I want to ask you something.
Sure.
I'd like to be in your class, if that's possible. I've been thinking, maybe I ought to get serious about studying.
Fine.
Wow, very decisive.
I don't like you a whole ton, but...
I'll be there on time.
people
and in the
insisted
front row
on
and
you.
everything. You'll never have a better student.
Welcome to our house, Sylvain.
I appreciate your effort.
White Heron Cup, which we won. So I imagine that the White Heron... let's take a look at the class, first of all. Oh, it's a unique class. So I could change them to be a dancer, which raises all of their stats, except luck, which it lowers. I'll do it, but only once she's mastered her current class. Because I want her to keep the skills from it right now. But yeah. Cool. Now Bernie can be a dancer. Alright, well anyways, we'll worry about this next episode. This episode was probably pretty long, but I enjoyed recording it. And I enjoy the fact that Bernie can now be a dancer, which is not something I expected to make them into, but giving them a dance skill and then maybe promoting them into a, whatchamacallit later on, a bow knight later on, will be hilarious. I don't know if a mounted unit could dance, but that would be hilarious. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Leave a like if you liked the video, and subscribe if you want more. Right now.